Julius Caesar Part 4, Consolidation of Power and Reforms, 45 to 44 BC. Chapter 1, 45 BC, Political and Social Reforms.
45 BC, Julius Caesar returns to Rome and is appointed dictator for 10 years, beginning a series of political and social reforms.
In 45 BC, Julius Caesar returned to Rome after emerging victorious in the civil war against Pompey and his supporters. His return marked a significant turning point in Roman history, as he was appointed dictator for 10 years, a role that granted him unprecedented power over the Roman Republic. Upon assuming this position, Caesar initiated a series of political and social reforms aimed at stabilizing and revitalizing Rome. One of his first actions was to address the widespread economic disparity and debt that plagued many Roman citizens. He enacted laws that reduced debts and redistributed land to veterans and the poor, seeking to alleviate social tensions and promote economic growth. Caesar also reformed the Roman Senate by increasing its membership from 600 to 900 senators. This expansion included many of his supporters and allies from the provinces, which helped to dilute the power of the traditional senatorial aristocracy and centralize authority under his control. In addition, he restructured the Roman calendar, laying the groundwork for what would become the Julian calendar. This reform corrected the discrepancies of the lunar calendar and standardized timekeeping across the empire. Furthermore, Caesar focused on improving the administration of the provinces. He appointed officials based on merit rather than political connections, aiming to reduce corruption and enhance efficiency in governance. These reforms collectively strengthened Caesar's position, but also stirred resentment among those who feared the erosion of traditional republican values. His accumulation of power set the stage for further conflicts that would ultimately reshape the Roman political landscape.
Caesar introduces the Julian calendar, a more accurate solar-based calendar that replaces the old Roman lunar calendar.
Julius Caesar, recognizing the shortcomings of the Roman lunar calendar, initiated a significant reform in 46 BC to create a more accurate and consistent timekeeping system. The old calendar had fallen out of sync with the seasons due to its reliance on lunar cycles and the occasional addition of extra months by Roman priests, often for political reasons. To develop a new calendar, Caesar consulted the Alexandrian astronomer Sosigenes, who recommended adopting a solar-based system similar to the Egyptian calendar. This led to the creation of the Julian calendar, which divided the year into 365 days, with an extra day added every 4 years, a leap year, to account for the approximately 65.25-day solar year. The months were reorganized and standardized in length. Most months had 30 or 31 days, while February had 28 days and gained an extra day during leap years. To correct the misalignment caused by the old calendar, the year 46 BC was extended to 445 days, earning it the nickname the Year of Confusion. The implementation of the Julian calendar had profound effects on Roman society. It improved agricultural planning by aligning the calendar with the seasonal cycle, which was crucial for planting and harvesting crops. It also enhanced civil administration by providing a consistent framework for legal and governmental activities. The Julian calendar remained the standard in the Western world for over 1,600 years until it was refined into the Gregorian calendar in 1582. Caesar's calendar reform was a monumental achievement that showcased his vision for unifying and strengthening the Roman Empire through practical and lasting changes.
Chapter 2, 44 BC, Dictatorship and Expansion Plans.
44 BC, Caesar declared Dictator Perpetuo, dictator for life by the Senate, further centralizing his authority.
In 44 BC, Julius Caesar reached the apex of his political career when the Roman Senate declared him Dictator Perpetuo, or dictator for life. This unprecedented title granted him supreme authority over the Roman Republic, effectively consolidating power and diminishing the influence of traditional republican institutions. Caesar's ascent to this position was the culmination of a series of military victories and political maneuvers. His successful campaigns in Gaul and decisive win in the civil war against Pompey had elevated his status among the Roman populace and the legions. The Senate's decision to appoint him as dictator for life was both a recognition of his contributions to Rome and a reflection of his dominant position in Roman politics. With his newfound authority, Caesar implemented a range of reforms aimed at stabilizing and improving Roman society. He restructured the debt system to alleviate the financial burdens of the lower classes and redistributed land to veterans and the poor. Caesar also expanded the Senate from 600 to 900 members, incorporating allies and representatives from the provinces, which helped to integrate Rome's vast territories. Additionally, Caesar enacted laws to regulate the distribution of grain and initiated extensive building projects, including the construction of temples, forums, and public spaces. These efforts were designed to revitalize Rome's infrastructure and provide employment opportunities, thereby garnering public support. However, the concentration of power in Caesar's hands alarmed many senators who feared the erosion of the republic's democratic principles. His adoption of regal symbols, such as wearing a purple toga and placing his likeness on coins, fueled suspicions that he aimed to establish a monarchy. The growing discontent culminated on the Ides of March, March 15, 44 BC, when a group of senators, including Brutus and Cassius, assassinated Caesar during a Senate meeting. They believed that eliminating Caesar would restore the Republic and preserve its traditions. Instead, his death plunged Rome into a series of civil wars, ultimately leading to the rise of his adopted heir, Octavian, later known as Augustus, and the establishment of the Roman Empire. Caesar's appointment as Dictator Perpetuo was a pivotal moment in Roman history. It signified the end of the Roman Republic and set the stage for the imperial era, fundamentally transforming Rome's political landscape.
Julius Caesar undertakes plans for major public works, including the rebuilding of Carthage and Corinth, and begins preparations for a campaign against Parthia.
In the final years of his life, Julius Caesar launched a series of ambitious public works and military preparations that aimed to solidify Rome's power and legacy. Recognizing the strategic and economic importance of certain regions, he initiated plans to rebuild the ancient cities of Carthage and Corinth, both of which had been destroyed by Rome in 146 BC during earlier conflicts. Carthage, located in North Africa, was once Rome's fierce rival during the Punic Wars. Caesar envisioned transforming it into a prosperous Roman colony, which would not only secure Rome's influence in the Mediterranean, but also provide fertile lands for Roman veterans and citizens. Similarly, the rebuilding of Corinth in Greece was intended to restore a vital commercial hub, enhancing trade routes and cultural exchange between Rome and the eastern provinces. These reconstruction projects were part of Caesar's broader efforts to address social and economic issues within the Republic. By providing land and opportunities in these new colonies, he sought to alleviate overcrowding and unemployment in Rome, offering veterans and the poor a chance for a fresh start. At the same time, Caesar began extensive preparations for a military campaign against the Parthian Empire, Rome's dominant rival to the east. The Parthians had inflicted a humiliating defeat on Rome at the Battle of Carrhae in 53 BC, where General Crassus was killed and the Roman legions suffered significant losses. Avenging this defeat was a matter of both honor and strategic necessity for Caesar. He planned to lead a massive expedition to not only reclaim lost standards and prisoners, but also to expand Rome's eastern territories. To support these grand initiatives, Caesar implemented various reforms to streamline governance and resource allocation. He reorganized provincial administrations to reduce corruption, standardized tax systems, and initiated the construction of roads and infrastructure to improve connectivity across the empire. Unfortunately, Caesar's assassination on the Ides of March in 44 BC abruptly ended these plans. His death plunged Rome into a series of civil wars, delaying the execution of his projects. Eventually, under the rule of his successor Augustus, some of Caesar's visions, such as the establishment of colonies in Carthage and Corinth, were realized. Caesar's endeavors in public works and military expansion reflect his ambition to leave a lasting impact on the Roman Republic. His plans demonstrated a blend of military strategy, social reform, and urban development, aiming to enhance Rome's prosperity and secure its dominance for generations to come. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content like this. Hit the bell icon to get notifications whenever we upload new videos so you never miss out. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more exciting videos.